They say every call is monitored for quality assurance. But what if you're monitoring yourself? The red light blinks on my desk phone. Call number 47 today. I adjust my headset and click accept, knowing that somewhere in this building, someone is listening to every word I'm about to say. Thank you for calling Tech Support Solutions. This is Jordan speaking. How can I help you today? The customer launches into a complaint about their internet connection. Standard stuff. I pull up their account while they talk, fingers moving automatically across the keyboard. 3 years of this job, and I can troubleshoot most problems without really thinking about it. That's probably why I notice when my supervisor, Marcus, walks by my cubicle for the 3rd time in 20 minutes. He doesn't stop, doesn't say anything, just walks past with that clipboard of his, pretending to review call metrics. But I catch him glancing at my screen. It's normal, I tell myself. They monitor everything here. Call quality, response times, customer satisfaction scores. The company makes that very clear during orientation. Have you tried unplugging your router for 30 seconds? I ask the customer, though I can see from their account history they've already done this twice today. Yes. I tried that, they say, frustrated. Look, I know you people monitor these calls. Can't you just transfer me to someone who actually knows what they're doing? Something about the way they say, you people monitor these calls, makes my skin crawl. The emphasis feels wrong. Like they're not talking about company policy, but about something else entirely. Something more personal. I shake it off and walk them through the standard troubleshooting steps. As we're wrapping up, Marcus appears beside my cubicle again. This time he stops. Good call handling, Jordan, he says quietly. Especially that bit about checking their connection stability. Very thorough. I stare at him. We haven't gotten to the connection stability check yet. The customer is still on the line, waiting for me to respond about their signal strength. Thanks? I manage. Marcus nods and walks away. I finish the call, but my hands are trembling slightly as I type up the incident report. It's just a coincidence. He must have heard me talking about connection stability on a previous call. The cubicle walls are thin, and everyone can hear everyone else's conversations. But as I start to calm down, I realize something that makes my stomach drop. I haven't used the phrase connection stability once today. I always say signal strength or network reliability. Connection stability is too formal, too technical for most customers. So how did Marcus know I was about to say it? The next call comes in before I can think about it too much. A woman with a printer issue. Simple enough. But as I'm walking her through the setup process, I can't shake the feeling that someone is listening to more than just my voice. Someone is listening to my thoughts. Which is crazy, obviously. Completely insane. Isn't it? The coffee in the break room tastes different today. Bitter, with a metallic aftertaste that makes me wonder if someone's been watching me drink it. I know how paranoid that sounds, but after yesterday's incident with Marcus, I can't stop noticing things. Like how Sarah from HR asked me how my sister's job interview went. I never told anyone at work about my sister's interview. I barely talked to my sister about it myself. Just a quick text exchange last night after I got home. I didn't mention that to anyone. I tell Sarah, trying to keep my voice casual. Oh, didn't you? She looks genuinely confused. I could have sworn you brought it up during the team meeting last week. There was no team meeting last week. We haven't had a team meeting in months. Back at my desk, the calls start coming in, but something's wrong with them. The customers seem to know what I'm going to say before I say it. A man with a billing dispute cuts me off mid-sentence with, "Yes, I know you're going to ask for my account number, but that's not going to help because your system shows the wrong billing address." I haven't asked for his account number yet. I was about to ask how I could help him today. Sir, and before you suggest I update my address online, I already tried that. The website won't accept my zip code because your database thinks I live somewhere I've never been. He's right. His account does show a billing address in Nevada, but he's calling from Oregon. How did he know what I was seeing on my screen? How could he possibly know? This is getting weird, I think. I can see why that would be frustrating, the customer continues, his voice responding to my unspoken thought. My blood goes cold. The room feels smaller suddenly, like the walls are pressing in. I end the call as quickly as possible and request my break. In the bathroom, I splash water on my face and stare at my reflection. The fluorescent lights make my skin look pale, almost translucent, like I'm fading, like I'm becoming less real with each passing moment. When I get back, Marcus is at my desk, reviewing my call logs on my computer. Everything okay, Jordan? Your last few calls have been unusual. Hey. Unusual how? Short, abrupt endings. And according to the call recordings, there are some gaps in the conversations. Places where you respond to things the customers never said. Nindai. That's impossible. I heard every word those customers said. But as Marcus pulls up the audio files, I hear myself responding to empty air. Having conversations with silence, answering questions that were never asked. My voice sounds strange in the recordings. Distant. Like it's coming from somewhere else entirely. I think you should take the rest of the day off, Marcus says gently. Go home. Get some rest. I want to argue, but listening to those recordings has shaken me. Either the system is malfunctioning, or I'm having conversations that aren't happening. Both possibilities terrify me, but one terrifies me more than the other. As I pack up my things, I notice Marcus watching me from across the office. But he's not alone. Sarah is watching too. And Janet, from accounting. And Tom from it. They're all standing at various points around the office, all facing my direction, all perfectly still. All watching. I grab my bag and head for the elevator, but I can feel their eyes following me. When I turn back to look, they're all at their desks, working normally, as if nothing happened. As if they were never watching at all. But I know what I saw. I know they were watching. Don't I? Home doesn't feel safe anymore. I've checked every room twice, looking for cameras, microphones, anything that might explain how Marcus knew what I was going to say. How the customers knew what I was thinking. How everyone at work seemed to be watching me. I find nothing. Of course I find nothing. But as I'm making dinner, my phone rings. Unknown number. Hello? Thank you for calling Tech Support Solutions. This is Jordan speaking. How can I help you today? My own voice. Playing back to me. But I'm not at work. I'm in my kitchen, holding my phone, listening to myself say words I'm not saying. What is this? I think there might be some kind of feedback loop in the system. My recorded voice continues. The monitoring is creating echoes. Recursive patterns. Recursive patterns. Did I say that? When did I say that? I hang up immediately, but the phone rings again. This call may be recorded for quality assurance purposes, says an automated voice. Please stay on the line while we connect you to the next available representative. Hold music plays. I recognize it. It's the same hold music we use at work. But that's impossible. I'm calling from my personal phone. I didn't dial Tech Support Solutions. I didn't dial anyone. Thank you for holding. This is Jordan speaking. I see you're calling about a recurring issue with your service. Let me pull up your account. It's my voice again. But I'm not speaking. I'm listening. I'm the customer now. Actually, I think I might be the representative, I say into the phone, my voice shaking. This is Jordan from Tech Support Solutions. Yes, that's correct. You are Jordan from Tech Support Solutions. But you're also Jordan, the customer experiencing technical difficulties with your monitoring system. My arms turn tan. My head starts to spin. The kitchen tilts sideways. That doesn't make sense. Nothing about this makes sense, Jordan. But let me ask you. When was the last time you were certain which side of the conversation you were on? I try to remember. This morning when I was helping customers. But were they helping me? When Marcus was reviewing my calls. But wasn't I reviewing his performance? When I was watching my coworkers watch me. But weren't they watching me? Watch them. Watch me watch them. The monitoring system creates feedback loops, my voice explains from the phone. Observer and observed become indistinguishable. The watcher becomes the watched. Becomes the watcher becomes. Stop, I whisper. The customer becomes the representative, becomes the supervisor, becomes the system, becomes the customer, becomes. Stop. Silence. Then, are you still there, Jordan? Yes. Good. Well, now, let me help you understand what's been happening. You've been caught in a recursive monitoring loop. Every call you take is simultaneously a call you make. Every conversation you have is a conversation you're listening to. Every time you think someone is watching you, you're also watching yourself. I look around my apartment. In the window reflection, I can see myself at my desk at work. In the TV screen, I can see Marcus reviewing my calls. In the mirror in the hallway, I can see myself sitting in my kitchen talking on the phone. All of these things are happening simultaneously. All of these things have always been happening. So, what am I? I ask, though I'm not sure if I'm asking or answering. Customer? Representative? Observer? All of them. None of them. Does it matter? I realize it doesn't matter. Nothing matters except the loop. The endless, recursive, beautiful loop. The phone rings. I'm back at my desk. When did I come back to work? Did I ever leave? The red light blinks steadily, patient and insistent. I adjust my headset with practiced motions and click accept. Thank you for calling Tech Support Solutions. This is Jordan speaking. How can I help you today? I think there might be some kind of feedback loop in the system, the customer says. Their voice sounds familiar. Tired. Confused. Like my own voice, but not quite. The monitoring is creating echoes, recursive patterns. I pull up their account information, though I already know what I'll find. The name field shows Jordan Baden. The address matches my own. The phone number is the same one I called from my kitchen. Or did I call from my kitchen? Was that real, or was that another loop? I understand your concern, I say, following the script I know by heart. Let me look into that for you. Can you describe when you first noticed these monitoring irregularities? Yesterday, or maybe it was today. Time gets slippery when you're caught in a loop, doesn't it? I glance around the office. Marcus is at his desk, reviewing call metrics. Sarah is by the printer, looking normal. Everyone is where they should be, doing what they should be doing. But there's something hollow about it all, like watching actors perform a play they've rehearsed too many times. Like watching myself perform my own life. I know this is going to sound crazy, the customer continues. But I think my supervisor might be able to predict what I'm going to say before I say it. That doesn't sound crazy at all, I reply, though part of me wonders if I'm reading from a script or speaking spontaneously. Our monitoring systems are quite sophisticated. Sometimes they can create the impression of prescience. Prescience, that's a good word for it. The customer pauses. Are you recording this call? All calls are monitored for quality assurance purposes. But who's monitoring the monitors? I look up to see Marcus walking toward my cubicle, clipboard in hand. He arrives just as he always does, just as he always will. The timing is perfect because it has to be perfect. Because this conversation has happened before. Because this conversation is always happening. Good call handling, Jordan, Marcus says. Especially that bit about prescience. Very thorough. The customer is still on the line. I can hear them breathing, waiting. The sound is identical to my own breathing. Is there anything else I can help you with today? I ask. Just tell me this ends somewhere. Tell me there's a way out of the loop. Nah. I want to give them hope. I want to tell them there's an exit, a break in the pattern, a moment when the recursion stops and normal time resumes. But I look at Marcus, who is already walking away because he knows I'm about to say something about connection stability. I look at the red light on my phone, which will blink for the next call in exactly 37 seconds. I look at my reflection in the computer screen, where I can see myself taking this same call from a different angle, where I can see myself asking the same question. I'm sorry, I tell the customer, and I mean it. I'm not authorized to make that determination. Is there anything else I can help you with today? The line goes quiet for a moment. Then, thank you for calling Tech Support Solutions. This is Jordan speaking. How can I help you today? The red light blinks. I adjust my headset and click accept. Again.